Hey, this is Nicky G and welcome to Better Commander. Listen man, I really try to read the lore on these characters, but it's sometimes so incomprehensible that I just give up. Imodane, basically this lady was a warlord after the Phyrexian invasion. She lost her arm there, dude, sorry about that. She got a really cool wooden arm though that some fairies gave her. Sweet, and a really big warhammer that she sets on fire. That's all you need to know, brother. This isn't a Vorthos channel anyways. But what you do need to know is that this is an incredibly viable burn commander that raises the bar for all your burn needs. And she can be built pretty cheaply using high damage, single target spells. Let's explore this commander, right? Let's talk about some other viable burn commanders. We're going to talk about the state of burn in 2023. Let's explore it. Let's have some laughs, dude. I'm going to take you out for a blizzard at Dairy Queen after, brother. Don't worry about it. But you got to subscribe. That's how you get all this content, man. It's all free. It's all on YouTube. Alright, let's read this card. Imodane the Pyro Hammer. 2 red for a legendary creature. Human Knight, it's a 4/4. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell you control that targets only a single creature deals damage to that creature, Imodane deals that much damage to each opponent. And she says, the realm needs a ruler, not a boy playing king. Ha, take that, Will. It's a pretty good burn. So this ends up being a very viable commander, and I'm here to tell you why, brother. But let's take a look at some recent analogs. In recent years, we got a few commanders that make building mono red burn a little easier by bringing some pretty zesty synergy to the command zone. Like old Torolf here, this guy's pretty egregious. He's a really cool looking, he's a ginger with a sweet hammer, but guess what, dude? He also is a hammer. Like, he's Megatron, he's turning into a gun, you know what I'm saying? Then he's also holding a gun in some of the art. Who knows? That's better commander, dude. Anyways, you want similar high damage spells, but Torolf doesn't have the single target restriction. Torolf really wants you to run Star of Extinction and Blasphemous Act to shred damage all over the shop, dude. One of those could be game over, man. But most of them take Torolf off the field as well. It's a very unique deck. Now listen man, all these alternate commanders also go in each other's decks, and they're also going to go in an Imodane deck like Solfim over there. She's climbing up in price. For 4 mana, this is incredibly efficient, has 5 power, and can become indestructible. This just wants straight burn, dude, but can also lean into other sources of non-combat damage like mana barbs, casting flame breathers, and light creatures. I like Solfim because it's really just a lady and a moo-moo. Listen, that's your next secret lair right there, wizard. Put the Dominus cycle on The Simpsons. You're welcome. Look at this guy out there. Torbrand's a man of short stature, just like old Nicky G, but he had a dream and he made it happen, set the whole thing off, dude. Torbrand kind of wants little sources of damage that happen frequently. Note that Torbrand doesn't have the non-combat clause, so it can be an effective weenie leader as well, or just a Pyrohemia tripler. And lastly, we have Nehev the Eternal. This just got a reprint and is down to about $6. That's down from $25 6 months ago, dude. This is an incredibly powerful commander that lets you double up your burn second main phase or blast off with some impactful permanents. So what recommends Imodane as opposed to those amazing commanders? Well, the ability to target your own creatures is number 1, dude. If your opponents are burned out of creatures, you can hit cards like the old Brash Taunter here. 4 and a red for a creature goblin, it's a 1/1 with indestructible. Whenever Brash Taunter is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to the target opponent. Has 2 and a red and tap, Brash Taunter fights another creature, dude. Fantastic. This guy is kind of my spirit animal, dude. We have the same build, we have the same nose. Now this is another fantastic deck for Chandra's Incinerator. You can pretty easily cheat this out for 1 red mana if you hit some poor creature with a lightning bolt or something like that. This guy is forever watching the moon, dude, with sadness in his heart, man. Chandra just left him there on the mountaintop. Just hit this guy with your 5 damage spells, man. He can take it. Now I've been a fan of this man since 2011, dude. Only 1 printing and it's still only 35 cents. The Fire Servant is 3 red for a creature elemental, it's a 4/3. For red instant or sorcery spell you control would deal damage, it deals double that damage instead. Doublers like this are great, but take a look at this next one, brother. Fiery Emancipation just got reprinted. If a source you control will deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals triple that damage to that permanent or player instead. So listen man, I'm not a rules expert, okay? I think I know how to play the game, but basically how this works is like a replacement effect. So you lightning bolt a guy for 3 damage, that triples it to 9. Then Imodane triggers, right? And her 9 damage gets tripled to 27. That's value, brother. Game's gonna be over really fast with that going on. Now listen, I'm pretty sure that's the way this works. If it's not the way it works, you can correct me in the comments below. In the old Virtue of Courage, this seems tailor-made for Imodane, dude. You have this little burn spell for extra damage from Imodane, then you have a card advantage engine built right into the enchantment side. Now, Imodane is going to have a huge target on her back, dude, so you got to run the Swift Foot Boots and the Lightning Greaves, my friends. You got to keep her moving out there. Get that cardio, Imodane. You got one wooden arm, but that's no excuse for not dodging removal. And there are a couple other equipments that can take advantage of the fact that Imodane is the one dealing the damage off her trigger. Basilisk Collar can be a huge life swing to help you survive to the late game, but Grafted Exoskeleton can just avoid that late game altogether, just end the game, because you're going to be stacking up poison counters on everybody. So listen, man, I've got about 39 instants and sorceries in my $50 budget version of this deck, linked in the description, of course, but I'm not going to go through each one. But how about we cover a few signpost cards to let you know what to look for? Perforos, man, politically I disagree with this guy. His interventionist policies have created a mess around the whole plane, dude. Perforos intervention deals twice X damage to target creature or planeswalker. So we have some of these scalable X spells. These are really nice to include, but this takes the cake because it's a little doubler too. Roast. Alright, I was in the front row of a comedy show one time. The comedian started making fun of me, dude. And then after, you know, because I wasn't really laughing at him, you know, he's like, well, who's this sniper looking guy down in the front row? After he like apologized and said, oh hey man, that was nothing personal. I said, it's nothing personal here, man. I just didn't think you were very funny. Roasted him right back, dude. So that's 1 red for a sorcery. Roast deals 5 damage to target creature without flying. This is a good one. Highly efficient removal that slings damage around the board if Imodane's out there. Meteor Swarm is also a highly efficient card. It's X red for a sorcery. It deals 8 damage divided as you choose among X target creatures and or planeswalkers. You just have to choose one target, or it's another efficient card that can be used as a 2-for-1 if you're Commander 8 removal or something and you want to take out a couple utility creatures that are out there, somebody's commander and a mana dork or whatever, brother. And we also have Shivan Meteor, dude. We got all these meteors out there, man. We got to be worried about the dinosaurs, brother. It's going to deal 13 damage to target creature. It also has Suspend, man. Shivan Meteor has some pretty bonkers art, dude. I think it's referencing the Suspend aspect of this card, but we don't care about that, dude. We care about this little guy, man. That's how I feel playing Dark Souls, brother. I'm playing Liza P right now. That's how I feel whenever I face a boss. Now, the best part about a burn deck like this is that they can be built pretty cheap. I think it came in at about $50 on the budget when I built on Moxfield, dude. But I think the best non-budget include is probably Ruby Medallion. This just got a reprint and is down to about $15 or so. It was $30 a long time ago. Little known fact about this card, the old version from Tempest, they have some Charlie Brown reprints, dude. They printed these cards on the same printers that printed Charlie Brown cards, so there's some shadows of Charlie Browns out there. Very rare, very sought after, and I don't have any. But listen, man, check out the deck list, peep it, leave a comment, send me all your money, you know what I mean, in the mail. Enjoy yourself, brother. Dude, send yourself in the mail, man. I'll open you up, we'll go to Dairy Queen. This is a very viable burn commander, and there's now so much support, especially in the command zone, dude. Honestly, Toralf, Solfim, Imodane, they all go in each other's decks and make this archetype dangerous and fun. So listen, have fun out there, dudes. Sneaky G from Better Commander signing off.